Hey, what's up, everybody? Soda here, and I just wanted to talk about the Season 4 update to Combat Master. And look, I'm going to be pretty negative in this video, but it was really lackluster. And there was a few things that I just think need to be said. And look, I don't want to be the guy that just shits on this game. I don't want to be. I'm part of the Discord community, which that seems to be like the most common ground that people have, is that they hate this game, and I don't like it. I think that's unhealthy. But at the same time, I just can't let some of these things go. And so I think the important thing to realize, well, let's just back up. How about I show you the trailer first? Watch this. That was the very first trailer, and, while the music is great and, decent visuals, you have to ask yourself, what exactly are we even getting in the update? There's two guys, apparently, being there, and then there's a gun, and the way that it flashes at the end showing the different weapons, it's just the same weapon, just with different variants. So, spoiler, if you don't want to watch the rest of the video, but Season 4 came out with one new operator and the ability to change that operator's clothing with very few cosmetic options and one brand new gun. And, you might say, beggars can't be choosers, but this team has put out and allowed different leaks in their Discord of things like a World War II themed season with, different operators and more weapons, including the PPSH, which is one of my favorite weapons. And so none of that stuff is actually here, and it might come mid-season, right? But that's not the point. The point is that this was hyped up with all the leaks and everything like that, and then that's what we got. That's, it's just lackluster. There's really not even that much to say about it. And then one of the things that also are included in this trailer is the helicopter. And a lot of people were really interested in the helicopter coming to fruition. But realistically, the way it was implemented was just bad. And nothing tells it better than the second trailer. So here it is. So there's some serious problems with that trailer alone. Besides the pacing and the editing and stuff like that, the idea, it just doesn't sit well, right? So the idea of having the helicopter that's been on the combat zone map for a long time is cool. That is cool. But you can tell from the trailer that they're just way overpowered. You just fly around in that. You basically get the helicopter, and then that's it. You won. And that goes into my next point, which on Combat Zone, they, in part of the patch notes, they say that, there's new locations for oil rigs. But first of all, most people don't like oil rigs. There's really not that many people playing it in the first place. But then secondly, you're telling me that these new helicopter pads that you added count as new locations when they're literally just copy and pasted 4 times around the map? And then 4 helicopters? Come on. It's just not a good look. It's not good. you know, not for the fact of it being like a bad update, so to speak, because even though it is those things, it's just not a good look for the community. Like, it really feels like the developers just weren't in touch with the community's needs, desires, or wants. And even worse, it's not in touch with its hatred of certain things. And it just seems absolutely crazy to be putting the helicopter in at this point. You know, and that kind of goes into my next point as well, where there's a lot of things in this game that have been coming soon for a long time. Things like lethals and tacticals, you know, certain things like that, or different vehicles, or bringing back a map that has been gone for a long time, and I'm talking about the first combat zone map. And so to have an update like this that completely breaks one game mode, you know, tells you you're adding new locations when you're really not, but then, you know, missing out on the things that you say are quote-unquote coming soon, it just doesn't work. It just doesn't work. And the general consensus when this live stream went up with this trailer was, oh, that's it? That's it? There's no other content besides that? And I think that's just a real bad spot for the community to be in. And I think that there's a lot of things that realistically need to be changed. Things like the one weapon coming out having different skins that aren't even that good in the first place, but cost money to be in a pack, a battle pass that has very little things in it, let alone only having 50 steps or levels or whatever you call them, you know, besides 100, and still asking the same amount of money. It just doesn't feel good. It feels disrespectful. So, look, if you want this game to be good, developers, here's what you need to do. Bring back all of the things that you say that you're going to have. Since the beginning, you've said that you're going to have all of these things, so just give them to us. That's really all you have to do. It's really not even that hard. You know? And so, once you add in the things that are supposedly coming soon for multiple years now, you know, maybe then that might get you some money and get you some more fans. Because we all know that Combat Master needs some more fans. But hey, look, I stream this game all the time over on my Twitch page. The link is going to be in the description. I really hope that you come check it out. I would love to have you, and I would love to talk about the game. Here's the thing. Even though I just made this really negative video, I do love this game, and I want it to prosper. It definitely has the potential. It just really needs to get it together, and I really, really hope that it does. But thank you for watching. I hope that you follow and like and subscribe and all of that stuff. And until next time, this is Soda, and I will see you later.